Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Dr. Taylor Burrowes and this is my YouTube channel. I'm going to be dropping 3 relationship red pills on you today, so prepare to be shocked. Now, if you're wondering, Taylor, what is a red pill and what is a relationship red pill? What is all this about? You're probably not alone, so let me explain. Being red-pilled is the process of waking up. It's like taking those rose-colored glasses off finally, like waking up from the matrix. So you're unplugging, you're starting to understand how reality really works. And in this case, how relationships really work. So it's not a very comfortable process. It can be quite jarring and confrontational to all of a sudden see how the world really works. So here are today's 3 relationship red pills. Red pill number 1, ladies, he doesn't care how much money you make. Men don't find a career, ambition, success, riches, and wealth attractive in you. It's just a harsh truth, perhaps, because you've really bought into this lie that you're telling yourself as an excuse or a reason for committing yourself completely to a career and an employer, or just being employed and putting all your blood, sweat, and tears into this priority that isn't going to pay off the way that you think. I've been there too. I used to be married to my career, trust me, but I had to confront this harsh truth and recognize what I was doing wrong that prevented me from having a healthy, ideal relationship. Looking at the reason why we do this, you might not be aware of it. It's pretty subconscious, but ultimately we're afraid. We're really afraid of being dependent on a man who could fail us, who could reject us, who could abandon us, who could betray us. And in order to protect ourselves from being in that very vulnerable situation and being dependent on them, we marry our career so that we know we can take care of ourselves no matter what. But the problem is this sets us up for failure. It's a form of self-sabotage. Let me clarify what men do find attractive and what they do look for in a woman. They want to know that you have a healthy relationship with money. Think about it being quality over quantity. They really don't care how much assets you have, how much money you have. Like I said, they don't care how many trophies you have, how many certificates, or any of that jazz. What they want to know is, are you practical? Are you able to think about the bigger picture? Do you take care of your financial health, your financial wealth? Do you think about the future? Are you able to sacrifice the immediate, impulsive, frivolous gratification of spending in order to invest in a better future? Do you cover your bases? And how do you think about, money in general, in the world, crypto? That's a big topic now. They want to align on these values so that they can trust that you'll be a good partner in the financial health of the family as well. So they want to see what that relationship is like for you and how you have been approaching money in your life to take care of yourself and the people that matter to you. Red pill number 2. This is a fun one. Women want to be submissive. They want to submit to a good quality, high value man. The problem is they don't just submit to any old man. They need to submit to a man that they respect. So you can't dominate a woman into submission. This is an important distinction. You have to inspire a woman's submission. She's going to submit to you when she has that internalized admiration and respect for you, which is going to come with your demonstrating competence to her. As you have success in your life and you internalize that confidence, you're going to carry yourself with that frame. And I've done a few videos on frame before, but basically it is that ability to keep yourself as the point of origin in your life. It's not about being a tyrant, but it is about maintaining composure in difficult circumstances. So even when something is chaotic around you, you can hold that focus and stay calm and take care of business. So it's a take charge mentality, but that doesn't mean overpowering others. So the more you demonstrate that competence with her, the more she will be inspired to submit and defer to you. I've also talked a lot about the difference between submission and deference, which I say is more of a synonym than a distinction. A lot of people just don't like the word submission. But in this sense, in relationships, it's not about the man having power and authority over the woman who is powerless, but it's about a willingness to allow the man to lead her. And by allow, again, it's not like she is allowing him, giving him permission to, so really it's her wishes. It's just That's how we end up in a relationship, is we choose people intentionally that we want to listen to, that we trust, that we respect. Being able to let down our guard is a surrendering to the process. If you're going to be the type of man that inspires that submission from a woman, make sure that you do what you need to do in order to create that level of competence and internalized confidence in your masculinity. Before we move on to number 3, I want to emphasize this reasoning of why erring on the side of domination does not inspire respect and deference and submission. When you are belittling someone, when you are making someone feel small, you're taking their power away from them in order for you to feel powerful, in order to give yourself authority. It's instilling a fear in someone rather than inspiring respect. This actually subcommunicates weakness when you're trying to be powerful, because you have to take it from somebody else. You don't know how to actually cultivate that inside yourself spontaneously. Real leaders, real people with power, are able to channel that energy from within because of the life that they lead. They're able to find their core competence and confidence, like I've discussed before. They're able to go out there in the world and take some risks, learn some lessons, figure out what actual insights lead them in the right direction. They develop that wisdom. So that presence of energy and power is easily communicated, not through fear, but that person respects you and wants to follow your lead. This is how you do it. It's not only about being strong and being bold, but a good leader who inspires respect also is able to be transparent. They're able to be open. They're able to be vulnerable. But I don't mean vulnerable in like the modern day sense. I mean vulnerable in actually being receptive, to be emotionally aware and accessible in the right moments as well. So you're not just rigid and fixed on strong-arming someone into submission, but you're able to really connect and allow that person to trust your authority so they want to follow you. All right, last one, red pill number 3. Relationships are an investment. They're not just some Hollywood romance. They're not a fantasy, happily ever after. It's not all just about butterflies and infatuation. Love is not enough in the foundation of your relationship in order for it to last a lifetime, in order for you to wisely pick a partner and spouse for marriage. So that investment, it's not just money, it's time, it's energy, it's attention, it's an opportunity cost, it's an emotional investment. There's so many things. You have to see every relationship really as an investment, because if you don't understand the responsibility that it requires of you. If you go into any relationship in life, let's just say you meet someone and all of a sudden you're friends. Well, great, you have someone to go out with, but what does that actually mean? A true relationship is a responsibility. It's something that you serve. Consider that in a marriage, the amount of service and obligation that it requires of you needs to be taken seriously. So you can't just flippantly focus on the love and the feelings. Yes, they're important, but it's not the whole package. And there we have it, the 3 relationship red pills I'm dropping on you today. Don't worry, there's plenty more that I will get to later on. Number 1, he doesn't care how much money you make. Number 2, you can't dominate a woman into submission. You have to inspire it. And number 3 is relationships are an investment. Love is not enough. But wait, before you go, do me a favor. I want you to comment below which relationship red pill today, 1, 2, or 3, was the one that surprised you the most. Or maybe the one that you're just really resistant to believing. Let's talk about it there, because I think if you're receptive and you trust me, then we can have a really fruitful conversation about this, because they're not easy to grasp. It can take some time. Being red-pilled is not a comfortable process, but I assure you it is worth it. And I hope you know that the reason why I'm here telling you all these things is not to criticize you. It's to allow you to see these things for what they are and to build better relationships that are going to be fulfilling and successful and stand the test of time. So I hope you liked this video. Do give it a thumbs up and stick around for more videos every week by subscribing to the channel below. I'm Dr. Taylor Burrowes, and I help healthy, happy, high-value, successful men and women vet and connect. Ciao!